name is Judith Odiga, a third pharmacy student from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. So today I and my partner are going to be explaining what has happened over the course of 1 2 months on carrying out our MVP, the results we've gotten so far, the adjustments that we made, and every other thing that needs to be said in the video. So starting with the first project, Empower Her project. The first thing is that we had to adjust the project, we had to adjust the modalities through which the project is supposed to run. Initially, we said that the project is supposed to be entirely online based, students just coming to the platform and watching videos and giving feedback to their tutors. But while carrying out our MVP, we realized two things. First of all, the students, the female participants, which most people are students because we are working with the university environment, would prefer hands-on training because according to them, they are learning a skill that needs them to gain proficiency, that needs them to be competent, and they don't think that they're going to be as much competent when they learn it from home, right? Then secondly is that they don't have the materials to start. So these skills are skills that require certain materials that they can only have access to when they learn directly under the artisan that is going to be tutoring them. So we found this out by a form that we put out to actually even know if people are interested into into this male dominated vocational sectors. So from the artisans, we found that the artisans are not even comfortable to put out videos of them out there because they are not just comfortable about it. Some of them are scared that people would use their knowledge without proper credit. So that was the first hindrance we found out when we reached out to the artisans. Secondly, they too believe that anybody who wants to learn vocational skill needs to learn it on site, that on site training is more impactful. So we adjusted the model from being an online model to a hybrid model. Hybrid model in the sense that the female participants, the students who are going to be learning, will be going to their work site to learn. Now, the online part of it is that they are going to be giving us feedback because we are going to be the one paying for the training. So they are going to be giving us feedback in a span of 3 months. They are supposed to learn in a span of 3 months, and after each month, they are supposed to send a video feedback report to us, just like we carried out in our MVP, and we are going to be playing the video after this particular one. They are going to be sending us a feedback. Then in that feedback, they are going to show us the progress they've made over the last 1 month, tell us how the experience has been generally, if they are comfortable, if there's something they're not comfortable with, if there's something that they are not okay with. So they're going to be giving us a feedback. In that feedback, we're going to find out the progress they've made because we're not going to be there physically to be monitoring the activities. Even in our MVP, we were not there with the girl physically to monitor her activities. We found out how she was able to. Everything was done online. She did the application. She was selected online. I mean, we put out a form to find people interested, and we had over 100 girls indicate interest in learning these skills in less than 1 week. So we reached out to a particular girl in Hilltop, and we necessarily did not meet her more than once. We just communicated with her online. She reached out to the person who was supposed to tutor her, and then we paid for the 2 weeks training. She underwent the training for 2 weeks, so she learned shoemaking for 2 weeks, and she was able to come up with a very beautiful product, which I'm going to see after this video. Now, how did we know about this? She made a video she made a video report, sent it to us, showing us the process, how she started from the scratch to make the footwear that she made. And she also sent us a report stating how, if she was comfortable, things that she did not like and things that she liked. So that is going to be the online, one aspect of the online part of it. Now, another aspect of the online part of it is that in as much as these people are going to be learning from on-site artisans, there is need to have them guided by female mentors. Why? Because we are trying to bring more women into the male dominated sectors, and so the people they are learning from physically might not necessarily be women, because there is even a shortage of women in these skills. But online, there going to be a platform where they are going to communicate with these women who are already in in these fields. Now they don't necessarily have to be in their locality. They just get the platform to ask questions, ask for clarifications, things that they don't understand, how to scale, even have access to the networks of these mentors. So this is now going to be the online part of it, but the training is going to be on site. Why? Because we even want to make sure that we don't just create an online platform and these people are not really taking it serious. We want to make sure that we are producing quality. We want to make sure that at the end of the day, they don't just receive a training and then it's just a training. We want to make sure that they receive the training and they are competent and confident with the skill that they've just acquired. So in the next clip, I'm going to be showing you the lady who underwent the training, what she was able to produce, and like the video report format, like I just stated earlier.
Hi guys, it's Queen here and I'll be showing you how I crafted my bow leather slippers and these are the materials I made use of. So I started off with mapping out my Mako 6mm on my leather. Notice that I left some extra spaces. I'll be showing you what I used that to do. Going further, I went ahead to file my Mako, made sure it sits in properly to my sole. Then I went ahead to apply my gum on my Mako and that of my material. Then I allowed that to dry before I placed that in together, and then I cut that out. I then went ahead to apply my gum on the ends of my material and that of my Mako before I proceeded to folding that in. Then I applied my chemical gum on my material. So this is what I used to create my bow. I used a particular measurement. I used a length of 11 inches and a width of 6 inches, and here this was what I'll be using to create a knot on the bow. I used a length of 14 inches and a width of 4 inches. Then I went ahead to let that dry, folded it in before I proceeded to cutting that out. I went ahead to start creating my bow. I held the center, then folded the ends upwards, and I made sure it was secured enough before I brought in my tie to create my knot like I did here. So I just set that and I slipped it in through that hole I created at the other end. I slipped in each end one after the other, and then I secured a knot on the bow, and I used my punch board and my punch pin to create an opening on my inseat. This was so tough to do because you need a lot of energy to do this. After creating the opening, I slipped that into the opening, and then I used this wooden thing to make sure I set it in this place. It's so important. This particular part is so important. After that, I applied my gum on the ends of my bow like I'm doing here. And then I went ahead to set that in, and I placed that onto each other. Then after that, I applied gum on my sole and that of my inseat, and I let that dry before placing them together, and voila, the slippers has already been constructed and it looks so pretty. Did I forget to tell you guys that this was my first time creating this? It came out so nice. I went ahead to apply my polish, and this was the final result. Thanks for watching. Bye.
My name is Ojukwu Chisom Yvonne. I'm a third level pharmacy student and co-lead of Team Safe. So for our MVP for the Data Activism Initiative, we aimed to create a small scale version of the database that we initially planned to establish. So we did this by creating a survey, well-planned survey, with some questions that would help us to find out the demographic of people who experience sexual assault, sexual harassment, assault, and gender-based discrimination on campus, the demographic of people who perpetrate these actions, and whether they know what to do in cases like this. Do they know who to report to? Do they know where to go and all that? So basically, a climate survey. So we created the questions, we put out the forms, and through our various channels, we were able to create some level of publicity, and we were able to get about 60 responses from both guys and girls who are all university students. So over the course of while we're carrying out our MVP, we noticed some problems, and they're mainly due to awareness, either awareness while pushing the survey, getting people to know of it and want to share their experiences, and awareness of support services here on campus that affected anyone with a case that they wish to report can go to. So these problems, we aim to solve them by collaborating with institutional, like the partners we have made, such as the Youth Friendly Resource Center here in UNF and the Gender Policy and Development Center also in UNF. So their issues are in line with ours, so we felt like collaborating with them can help to solve both of them. They also need more people to know about the services that they offer, and we need more people to know about them and to know about our survey. So we collaborated with the Gender Policy and Development Center to help, yeah, because they're carrying out an enlightenment, a sensitization program to inform more students, especially the underdeveloped students, which we also found that out from our survey that it is younger students, newer students who are more likely to experience sexual harassment and discrimination and not know where to go because they're still very new. So, since their program is targeted towards underdeveloped, we collaborated with them to bring in more people to come and learn about this, and so that sums up the MVP, a small database that informed solutions that we presented to institutions that actually have the power to do more to reduce or help out cases of sexual harassment, discrimination, and the like.
So I started 2 weeks ago and I was able to consult a sleepers, which was such an amazing craft ever. For a beginner like myself, I was able to do something like that and it was really, really amazing. All I have to say is thank you to the Safe Scholarship Program. Really, really grateful. It has been such an amazing journey so far, and I see myself learning this and putting this out there when I'm done. Thank you once again. Bye.